Where can I fire the guns from?
Just between you and me, yeah? Pull that trigger on the front, but that's just a secret between you and me, all right? Now, the most fun part about the Mustang is how we get off.
It's a slide too. Hey guys, BeSnappy here. I'm here with Flight Lieutenant Chris Tulk and he's going to show us around this amazing Mustang. What's your background?
I joined the Air Force in 1991 when I was 20 years old. Before that, I'd started gliding, so when I was 14. And I flew with the Air Force for nearly 18 years before swapping out to join the airlines. So I fly for airlines now, but I've maintained reserve capacity flying 100 Squadron airplanes. So I'm pretty lucky.
Nice.
Best of both worlds.
All right, so what's your actual role with the 100 Squadron?
With 100 Squadron, all I have to do really is fly airplanes, which is pretty good. So I'm very fortunate I get to fly the Mustang, the Warbird, the Wingill, CT4, Tiger Moth. We have got an RAAF, but that's not flying at the moment, and a replica Sopwith pup. So I get a wide gamut of airplanes, which is awesome.
What would be your most memorable flight?
Actually, probably the most recent one would be the first time I flew this airplane with two F-35s on my wing. It was up at Scone Air Show. Yeah. And well, I was in the holding padding waiting for them to join, and they joined up. And I'd never seen one in real life before. I looked left and right and just thought, oh my, they're very, very big. Like they're a massive airplane. And have them on my wing and then to take them through for a display, I cannot forget that. It was incredibly memorable.
So turning to the aircraft here, what is it?
Most people would say it's a P-51 Mustang. Technically, even for the aviation nerds out there like me, it's actually a CA-18. So it's a CA-18 Mustang. Exactly the same as a P-51 Mustang, but the only difference was that it was built in Australia. Yeah. This particular airplane was built in 1950.
This feels just right.
It's a perfectly designed fighter. It's beautiful. Served for 2 years, about 2 years flying in the Air Force, before it was then grounded as surplus requirements.
All right, so Chris, tell us what's in the cockpit here. What do we have?
Pretty basic cockpit, really. So on the left-hand side, we've got our throttle, propeller, and our fuel mixture. We've got our undercarriage, which is down towards your left leg there. Yeah. Starters down here. Then your general instrumentation for your flying instruments. And one of the most important things is this gauge is here, and that's our coolant temperature. So this is a water-cooled engine. Oh, wow. And in order to keep it under control, we've got to really carefully watch that temperature. So we keep our eyes on that quite a lot. Down here, we've got our fuel selectors. We've got the canopy here, so we squeeze that and roll the canopy and it closes on us and it gets pretty warm. And of course we've got the control column and your rudder pedals where your feet are at that point.
So are you actually mainly looking outside? How much are you actually looking in this cockpit?
We generally look outside most of the time. So this particular airplane, as I said, all we're looking for is an attitude and we'll set a certain power. Yep. But the main thing that we keep our glancing on all the time is the temperature, so we constantly keep an eye on that. We do have an automatic control system which controls the radiators, and that's these things on this side here. Yeah. And they will open the door. There's a door at the bottom of the airplane which will open and close depending on how warm or cool the engine gets. So that's automatic function, but we make sure that it's working by constantly keeping our eyes on that temperature.
Do you flying by feel?
Yeah, so we do really. We set an attitude, so look out the front, we set a power, and then from then on, it's just visually. And say, for example, in the formation we've just done, when you're flying formation and you're on somebody's wing, you're not looking inside at all. I'll be looking outside at the other airplane and getting my cues and flying off them in that way. And as I said, just glancing in and out to check my temperature and check my engine instruments every now and then. But primarily, it's all out the front.
So this is a perfect Mustang, and Mustangs are legendary. How much does one like this cost?
For a good one, maybe $3.5–4 million.
Wow.
For one of these airplanes.
When you're flying, you have your hands on $4 million.
Yeah, I know, but they won't let me keep it.
One last question, where can I fire the guns from?
If you don't tell anybody, right, just between you and me, pull that trigger on the front, and that's where they go. But that's just a secret between you and me, all right?
All right, now the hard bit. How do I get out?
You put your arms on here.
Yeah.
Now, when you bring your feet back, be careful of those little black knobs there, all right? So you don't put your feet on them. And then pat yourself, watch your head, don't pull your head back, and then put both feet on the seat.
That's it. Workout getting in.
Yeah, it is. And then step over. And now the most fun part about the Mustang is how we get off. Turn around, sit on your bottom, and slide on down.
It's a slide too. What do we have here, Chris?
So we've got 6 machine guns, 3 on each wing, and obviously these ones are inert. We don't use them, but during the war they'll be able to fire high rate. And just in here is where the ammunition was stored, just in the wing there.
Most modern fighter planes, they have bomb racks or something on the bottom. Could you guys carry bombs?
Certainly could. So here we've got some racks.
Yeah.
So this aeroplane could carry bombs. We also outboard, we don't have them on this particular one, but you have rockets as well. So we had rockets, bombs, and we could carry external fuel tanks as well.
Wow.
So this aeroplane had a range. It could take off during the war in England, fly to Berlin and back escorting the bombers.
Yep.
About 8.5 hours flying with drop tanks, center tank, and full ammunition. So
Yeah, wow.
pretty good fighter.
Thanks, Chris. Amazing tour.
No worries. Enjoy the rest of your day.